What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Mr. Meme. Today, I have a very exciting video. I will be doing a review on this. I did have the 6700. I opted into getting this, and I'll tell you guys why in a second. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it now. So, FX30. FX30, bad boy here. I want to talk about why I got the FX30, and I want to explain to you guys the gist of it all. I have two kids that are currently participating in sport events, and I record them a lot. I don't take too many pictures. I don't do any of that stuff. I do a lot of recording. For the duration of the recording, the 6700 has cut off on me a lot. I was not able to grab every footage that I wanted at 4K 60 frames. So therefore, I was having those issues. You may say, oh, well, why don't you add this, add that, add this, add that? It's still cheaper. Yes, I am not one to adding a lot of stuff to my camera. I like the cage, I like the handles, and I like a tripod, and that's about it. Now, the reason why I opted into this is because I realized how difficult a gimbal was. Now, I'm not saying that this is not able to go in a gimbal. I did have the RS3 Mini, I believe that's what it's called. It is from DJI, RS3 Mini. I did have that, and it was really good for the 6700 with a contemporary lens, and the lens that you guys do know about, this Sigma lens here. This 18-50 Sigma lens 2.8 was really good with the RS3 Mini and the 6700 paired together. I am sending this back because I gave back my 6700 and opted to get into this. Now I could keep this and use this. You guys can comment below why I would keep that and have this at the same time. Put that back there. So now I have this, okay? This is a Sigma 24-70 2.8 DG-DN2, an art lens, and I wanted to try it. Now, in comparison to the DG, I haven't seen any comparison between this and this. The Sigma 18-50 is an APS-C lens, so which means it has the price, it fits exactly this E-mount with the crop sensor. So why did I get the FX30? Because again, my kids are into gymnastics, they're into sports, they're into a lot of athletic events, and I take them around a lot. So doesn't mean that 6700 didn't have the mobility. Now I'm gonna say this about 6700, it has literally everything that this FX30 has. Everything, pretty much processor, aside from the AI, which is very important. I agree. I think the 6700 overall is a better camera. This is known to be a cinema camera. However, people will bash it and say the FX3 is obviously better, and I know that. They say full frame lenses are the best thing and not APS-C, which I can understand. Now, the reason why I got rid of the 6700 is because of this bad boy here. This is the A6000. Now, I'm not saying that the A6000 was the end-all be-all and the best ever, but this was my first camera that I used in order to start streaming. This is one of the first APS-C cameras that I've opted into getting because of the quality I've seen in other people's streams. I said, you know, I gotta get this camera. Why not? I got it, had it for about 2-3 years, and then all of a sudden, it just stopped working. I think I used a dummy battery, and then once I put an official battery inside, it just stopped working. I don't know why. I think something happened with maybe water damage. I don't know, heat damage. I don't know. Maybe just the sensors are off now and got to get replaced. I'm not willing to spend that type of money for a camera that's not even being serviced anymore. So that lineup, the A6000, A6100, A6400, which is being shot on this right now, and the A6700, which was the latest one of this camera right here. It just broke on me, and I don't want to take the chance of the longevity not being there, the overheating that I've experienced already. And again, I tell you, this camera packs a wallop. It has everything that you need in a camera. But I'm talking about you have to record for less than 10 minutes on 60 frame 4K, and I was not in a hot environment. Instead, I was actually in a gymnastics meet where it's actually pretty chilly. But when you have it set to that, you have to continuously turn the camera on and off. If you leave it on, you'll start having heat exhaustion. And if you even turn the setting off, it still gives you issues. Now that auto focusing, everything else, amazing. If this camera had a fan, oh, wow, they can easily justifiably upcharge it for about another $300-400. Right? It should be more expensive than the FX camera, in my opinion. So some things that people are not saying on the internet, which is pissing me off, is that 100% undoubtedly the A6700 is better. It's just better overall camera with more functionality, more features, better video recording, in my opinion. It records videos way better than a Sony FX30. With the reviews that I've seen, a lot of people were just edging around the Sony FX30, just saying it's better. And I think the reason why people like it and the reason why I like it is just the body, man. The body is amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful camera. That everybody doesn't mention is the record buttons that do flash on every side. So you can know there's one record button here, one right there, and even the screen you can press record. That is beautiful. However, that's where the limitations stop. You can name all the stats that you want, point blank, interface wise. A6700 is just an all-around better camera with the tracking, AI tracking, and even the crop censoring. It's just better. Let's move on. I feel like the Sony FX30 is going to be my go-to. I am not a person who invests in cameras that much. I had to buy a 6400, which was to be my new A6000. I use it for streaming now. I do not use it for anything else. I sometimes use it for vlogging, but I didn't even do that. Now, the contemporary lens that I have for Sigma, I would be better off keeping it for this. However, I have a fixed lens, which is a 16mm Sigma 1.4 aperture. And this thing's a beast. As you can see, it looks beautiful, blurred background easily. I don't have to do anything. This is not edited or nothing. I'm literally just cutting clips of this video. So I did opt in to return it. I paid the extra $400 just for the body of the FX, and I also purchased this for about $1,000. This 24-70 2.8. Now the reason why I'm returning this is because it goes from 18 to 50, and I already have a 16, which you guys are on right now. So, and that's a 1.4. So I said I'll sacrifice the 2 and just bump it all the way up 6 and get 70 meters versus 50. And there's a significant difference between 50 and 70 for sure, and anybody can tell you that. But 2.8 aperture all the way through is definitely something that I'm interested in. I told you guys I had the DJI RS3 Mini, but that's what this was good for. I doubt if I pair these two together with the RS3 Mini, if I were to get it again or something similar to it, because I do like to travel small when it comes to gimbals. I don't want a big gimbal. I do believe that I'll have some balancing issues with these two paired together, because this box is already heavy. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff in that box. I did not do the unboxing yet. I did not open it, so we're gonna do that in a second on the next video. If you guys want to see that video, it'll probably be somewhere in the description. What I'm gonna be doing with the camera, I may take 1 or 2 photos, but I am not sitting here taking burst photos. Even if I catch something that I really want to see, I'll still take the photo. I may miss the opportunity, but that's not what this is for. That's not what I'm using it for. I am using it for videography only. Now, you may say, why didn't you just keep this A6700? I'm thinking to myself, no, it's not that smart of an idea. And how Sony is always coming out with new cameras all the time, but this one is the only thing right now that I've seen test, and everyone has either a liking towards it or they're saying, well, I figured out my style, so I had to trade this in. When you figure out your style, this is my advice to anybody that's into photography. Are you the person who likes to be on the move? Do you like to travel light? Do you like to take a bunch of photos and video? Do you like to be a hybrid build? For that, I will say definitely A6700 is something that you can turn on and off if it's on your neck, if you're always holding it. I'm a tripod guy. I noticed that. I'm a tripod guy. I like the tripod. It's something that I need. I don't like holding my camera. And I noticed that quickly that I'm a tripod guy. I do have a new tripod that I would like to show you guys as well and do a review on that. If you're looking for a camera to buy between the A6700 and the FX30 and you're really a casual person, which means if you are not going to use the camera for a day-to-day thing, something that you're gonna put work into it and try to make money off of, you can get the A6700. Family vacations, A6700, no problem. It can do all of it, record, it can give you everything, bang for your buck. Now, if you're doing work on YouTube, if you're doing stream work, if you're doing journeys and going out and you want to do video mainly, yo, get the FX30, man. Get the FX30 and just come on in here, brother. Cinema line, let's go.